What is up? What is up, YouTube? It is so hard to have fun on this channel like I want to when there's so many negative things and people are passing away and are hurt so bad. They got new video footage and everything, certificate release, toxic death. And then they saying David's finished, but I think that the police has not put the whammy on this guy yet. So we're waiting to see, oh my God, what's going to happen. Letitia tell, yeah, we'll do that. This is going to be a 2-in-1, y'all. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out, man. Let's check this out.
So a video, guys, has come out of Celeste basically screaming. TMZ have released this video where Celeste is arguing with her neighbors, presumably over a prank, noise, music pollution, something that's going on. Apparently it's some kind of prank that upset Celeste, and she was going back and forth with this man. She was screaming, she was really upset, very aggressive, hurling out, you know, a lot of crazy words at them as well. Hey guys, it's Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. A lot of updates on Celeste and David have dropped in the last 2 hours. We're going to pack all of them in this 10-minute video. Listen carefully, please, on this conversation when it comes to Celeste and what this video is about.
No, let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk?
I ain't gonna let you talk.
No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk?
Because I'm not.
You tripping.
Celeste went home to visit family in Elsinore exactly 1 year before her body was found. That's what this new video of her arguing with her parents' neighbors seemed to show. The video obtained by TMZ was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024, months after Celeste had been reported missing. Neighbors say it shows her going off on a family over a prank. In the clip, a family sits outside their apartment building listening to music when Celeste starts yelling, accusing one of the kids of ding-dong ditching her parents' home in a very irritating manner. It's a nighttime video, it's not clear, and we're told the neighbors recognize the girl as Celeste because they've seen face on missing posters that had gone up in the area in April 2024. So this was months after. Notice that the man yelling also says, "We are not black, stop speaking to us like we are black, stop calling us the N-word, we're not black." And so Celeste basically was saying that word.
Hey, bro. Hey. Yeah, ain't nobody black right here, homie. We're Southsiders right here, homie. We're Southsiders here. Get it right, homegirl. Shut up with your black talking. Shut up. You talking like you black, girl, with your black talking.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
To these people saying, and the people responding were like, you know, you're trying to talk like you're this, you're trying to talk like you're black, and the way you're speaking, and etc. Celeste's voice is very high pitched. These are screams that are cutting through the air as she confronts the family with swear words and also a racial slur, basically peppering this very aggressive tirade. This to me also confirms that whoever was on that live stream with David is Celeste. You can tell by the voice, you can tell that the pitch has changed, you can tell that that's her. It is disappointing that, you know, she is hurling slurs out here at...
Who else would it be, though? I mean, I don't think the police is doing a great job when they say, we believe that this girl is the girl that was in your live stream. Yeah, she covered up, but you find and make David find the girl. If this is not the girl, you saying this is not the girl that you was doing a live stream on Discord with, tell me where the girl at that you was doing a Discord stream with. Show me that girl. If this not the girl, that type of thing, man. I think the police, that sounds fair to me.
Stream with David is Celeste. You can tell by the voice. You can tell that the pitch has changed. You can tell that that's her. It is disappointing that, you know, she is hurling slurs out here at these people, her neighbors, because she is really upset. So this was a very interesting confrontation. The aggression in Celeste and the way that she's, you know, screaming at these grown men, and the grown men obviously are talking back to her, I just find to be very interesting. This behavior that is very aggressive, you know, what is going on here? Over a ding-dong ditching, Celeste is losing her mind and hurling racial slurs. I just find that to be very odd. Very odd indeed. So this video has been released by TMZ, and if TMZ have this video, then that means that the LAPD also have this video as well. And I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Replay the video, watch it a couple of times, listen to her voice, listen to the way that she speaks, the aggression as well. This is why I feel like something in the home ain't right. If your kid is talking like this, talking about I'm Ecuadorian, I'm not Mexican, and etc., all of this stuff, talking bad at the age of 13, 14, something ain't right in that household for you as a child to be developing this language, probably online as well, probably from school, probably from David. There could be multiple reasons, to be honest with you, multiple. I do want to remind people that she is a minor in this video. I think that is obviously very important, but just the language, the behavior, the aggression, the pitch voice, very interesting to analyze, guys, when it comes to this conversation of Celeste. Very interesting indeed. This video everybody is speaking about. Now, looking at her death certificate, it's been released. Her death certificate, guys, shows what we expected. The cause of death is being deferred as of right now, whilst the LA County Medical Examiner and the LAPD try to establish how she died. However, the certificate confirms an autopsy was performed, but we're told the toxicology results are still pending. Remember, guys, toxicology results takes 1 to 3 months, so we're going to wait a while to find out what was in her body. But according to the certificate, it does confirm that Celeste was not pregnant. So these pregnancy rumors are just rumors. It was fake. It was not real. She is not pregnant. She wasn't. The death certificate confirms this.
Where are they getting this? See, people try to make up, you know what? He probably offed her because she was a minor and he got her pregnant. Yeah, we're going to run with that story. People, oh my God, man. That's just like me saying, I think that the other Celeste and David had something to do with this little girl passing away. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. I think she know about it. I think she knows about it. I'm not going to sit there and do a whole video and saying that I know who the killer is, you know, that type of thing. I think that's people going overboard just to get clicks and views. I ain't that pressed to get a click or a view.
LAPD Captain Scott Williams told us, TMZ, that it was critical for their investigation to know whether Celeste died from foul play or other causes. Without the, findings from the toxicology, it couldn't be squarely called a homicide just as of right now. So right now, guys, the medical examiners may hold the key to this case, because Captain Scott Williams, part of the LAPD, says they are working with the LA County Medical Examiner to establish Celeste's cause of death. This is critical because up to now it hasn't been clear or established whether she died from foul play or other causes. And in other words, without the findings, it can't be squarely called a homicide, drug overdose, or anything else. The captain also states investigators continue to process the Tesla for evidence, and that includes possible digital and video evidence. When asked if Tesla cameras captured the person or people, it looked like the LAPD man Scott Williams was ignoring this question, and that the robbery homicide division is processing the Tesla's evidence as of right now. This is interesting. The Tesla's evidence, there should easily be a video or a picture. The Tesla takes stuff like that, so this should have been an easy case. They should have been found that evidence, been ran that on the computer, and been taken David into custody, but they haven't done any of that right now, and it's just very horrific to see. So the death certificate has been released. Of course, the reason of death deferred, still pending toxicology results, and of course they're working with medical examiners to find out. Whilst we got to trust the process, and when we're dealing with a murder case, this can't be solved within a month, guys. I just feel like LAPD are doing a lot of talking. I don't know why they're doing all of these interviews with PR, with articles, with TMZ, when you guys all need to be focusing on this case and only just release public results when you need to do so. The video of Celeste itself is very concerning to me. If she's displaying this level of aggression, she's learned it from somewhere, either from school, David, or her parents. Also, when the stepdad was informed and the neighbors went over to apologize for that video, the stepdad didn't care. He wasn't bothered. And the reason why I say stepdad is because I believe her dad actually is in Ecuador or something like that. I don't know if you guys can correct me. But again, the parents were being reported that they're not bothered. They don't really care about the behavior. They were just like, okay, whatever. Like maybe she's at it again. She's learned this from somewhere. It probably could be David. I don't know. It's an alarming video, and I think that more of the CCTV footage or footage recorded from certain home recording devices are going to be released. There was one from the liquor store a couple of days ago, and now this has come out as well. The way she's speaking in this video, it has to be her on that stream, 110%. They are processing evidence via the Tesla, which means that this should be a quick case for them to catch David or anybody else. David himself, articles are also stating, possibly had his phone notified when the body was put into the trunk as it is. Grab the phone, go through the phone, go through the phone's notifications. Like all of this, it's with so much technology these days and how it's interconnected to this case, a lot of this should be easily traceable. So as of right now and continue, we just have to wait. But I wanted to pack these 4 different stories into one video because this video of Celeste screaming is very alarming to me. I had to lead with that because what the hell is that about, guys? I need you guys to break this down. What are your theories on this video of Celeste screaming? What are your thoughts on the behavior and everything? Do let me know, please. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below.
Man, okay, she just screaming and yelling. I thought it was going to be some serious screaming going down or something. You know, let's see what Tisa tells.
You guys sit down. There has been a breakthrough in the David case, but not in the way you think. And you know what? Something's going on. People are looking at the LAPD and people are looking at the coroner. Is this a trap for David or is he actually innocent? If you guys don't know, a coroner's report has come back out, okay? Now, the unshocking part is they still haven't determined her cause of death. The shocking part is they were saying that she was not pregnant.
Yeah,
they're
she
saying
wasn't.
Her death certificate, Celeste Rivers' death certificate, shows what we expected, that the cause of passing is being deferred while the LA County Medical Examiner and the LAPD try to establish how she passed away. The certificate, okay, TMZ got a copy of it, says Celeste was found on September 8th in a vehicle. The manner of passing is pending as the investigation continues. The certificate says an autopsy was performed, but we're told that the medical examiner is waiting toxicology results. Now, here's the part that has a lot of people that are familiar in toxicology crying foul. According to the certificate, they say Celeste was not pregnant, nor had she been in the last year. Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, here's the thing that has everybody talking. How could they be so sure of this? You recall when TMZ spoke to Celeste's mother, she told us she had an eerie feeling her daughter was the one found in the vehicle and revealed she knew she was dating someone named David. David, of course, was born David Burke. But let's get into this, okay? Because a lot of experts are asking, how can they be so sure? How indeed? Okay, let's start this off because a lot of questions need to actually be answered. All right, so let's get into this, all right? Because the one thing is the fact that, first of all, her body was, as you remember, dismembered. First of all, was there even reproductive organs there? We need to ask. Because here's how pregnancy is actually determined in an autopsy, according to the experts. 1, you can do a visual inspection of the uterus. In an attacked female body, the pathologist looks at the uterus. Pregnancy leaves obvious signs if it's far along. A placenta, fetal remains, a thickened uterine wall, sorry. And in early pregnancy or after a miscarriage months before, there may be no visible changes at all. Sometimes they can use a histology, that's microscope slides. They can take small tissue samples from the uterus and the cervix and look for changes that indicate pregnancy or recent delivery. Again, what if the reproduction organs were not there? But this does require the uterus still exist and be decently preserved. They can also do hormone testing with blood urine for HCG. That usually only works in fresh remains in decomposed or embalmed bodies. Hormone levels degrade and tests are very unreliable. So, the only solid way to say she wasn't pregnant is to actually have an intact uterus to examine. But if the body was dismembered, if the uterus was missing, destroyed, or because they said she was severely decomposed, to decompose, you cannot test it reliably. If only skeletal remains are present, you can sometimes pick up fetal bones if it was late term, but nothing in the early stages. Again, this is what makes the coroner's claim kind of shaky, unless they can document exactly which reproductive organs they had. And when you look at the timeline of decomposition and the plastic wrapping, let's talk about that. Plastic accelerates tissue breakdown and preserves moisture. It basically turns the body into a soup in a number of weeks. They said she had been missing for several weeks. Even in cold conditions, soft organs like the uterus collapse fast. Again, she was found on a street in the hot sun sitting out there. It makes me think that the people that actually dismembered and wrapped her in plastic, I think they knew that her sitting out in the hot sun would destroy any evidence that needed to be destroyed. So under these conditions, it's extremely hard to rule out pregnancy in the past year. Now, here's why. Let's play devil's advocate. The coroner might speak definitively. Well, they might have media pressure. Reporters push for quick answers. Offices sometimes give short, simplified statements. This could be a legal strategy. In a high-profile case, statements can be worded to dampen speculation, like she wasn't pregnant, to knock down rumors, and she hadn't been pregnant in the last year. Or, and this is what I'm praying, they're protecting the case. They may have incomplete data, but they're phrasing it strongly to keep the narrative tight. Now, again, this doesn't necessarily mean cover-up, but it does mean that we should read those statements as PR-friendly sound bites, not hard science. Without an intact, well-preserved uterus or a reliable hormone sample, a coroner cannot confidently state she's not been pregnant in the last year in a badly decomposed, dismembered, plastic-wrapped body. The statement is more likely a simplified media line than a forensic one. So I know you guys are wondering, okay, then why are they doing this? Well, let's just say this, all right? What's going on is super, super strange, okay? But why? Why? That's the million-dollar question. So let's break this down. Why the coroner might put out a definitive sounding but shaky statement. One, they want to control the narrative. You guys know that TikTok, Instagram, everybody has been buzzing about the pregnancy rumors. And the office may want to shut that down fast, even if it's not scientifically airtight. They could frame it in the strongest language possible so that it doesn't keep feeding headlines. They could be doing this to protect the investigation. If pregnancy were even possible, it opens a new branch of motive, DNA testing, and legal angles. By saying, well, we don't think she was pregnant, they cut off speculation that could complicate or expand the case before they're ready. And let's not forget media pressure. Reporters demand simple answers. We can't say for sure because of decomposition doesn't sound clean. So they hand the media a black and white statement, even if the science is gray. And there could be political or even institutional loyalty. In high-profile cases like this, let's not forget, coroners often answer to county officials, police departments, or DA offices. If David has power or connections, the system sometimes leans toward protecting the official story instead of leaving questions open. But you guys, and I don't care what anyone says, this isn't conspiracy theory. There are red flags here. Because they said the cause of death is undetermined, which is cautious, and that's scientifically honest. But then in the next breath, they say, but she hasn't been pregnant in the last year, which is a bold, seemingly overconfident statement. Those two don't match. If decomposition is so bad that you can't find the cause of death, how can you suddenly have certainty about something as delicate as reproduction history?
Wow.
Listen, I think this smells like PR, not pathology. They may be trying to shut down the narrative, the pregnancy stuff, while keeping the rest vague. Oh, it's undetermined, so they don't have to commit on anything else. Again, You guys, let's just run this through because I'm going to ask you guys to answer these questions for me in the comments. Please, we need to work together. I've been doing a lot of research on this, and I'm going to do a live tomorrow to actually share my findings with you. But this is why I think the coroner's story doesn't add up. Decomposition versus certainty. They admit the body was severely decomposed and dismembered, wrapped in plastic. In those conditions, soft tissues like the uterus break down very quickly. Blood and urine, that's not even stable past a couple of days. If they can't even determine the cause of death, it's inconsistent to suddenly be certain, not only about pregnancy status, but the pregnancy status for the last year. Pregnancy testing limits. Hormone testing, HCG, that's for the pregnancy test, doesn't work once the body is decomposed. Hormones degrade quickly. Microscopic tissue tests require intact uterine tissue, which is unlikely here. And early pregnancies under 12 weeks and pregnancies that ended months earlier leave no obvious skeletal trace. So what does this mean? They can't really rule out pregnant in the last year with confidence. The contradictory tone, weigh in on this. The cause of death undetermined. She's not pregnant in the last year. These two stances clash. If you're cautious in one area, why are you so overconfident in another? And let's not forget the plastic wrapping factor. Wrapping accelerates decay, destroys tissue, and makes testing harder. It basically turns you into a human soup. The environment makes a strong pregnancy determination less reliable, not more. And let's not forget about the motive to control the narrative. Public rumor around pregnancy could change the case's stakes, the motive, the paternity, the DNA testing. By putting out a bold denial, they shut that down fast, even if science can't back it up. So, you guys, last thing, if the body was too decomposed to establish the cause of death, if it was too decomposed to confidently establish but it wasn't too decomposed to confidently establish, she's not been pregnant in the last year. This mismatch suggests the statement was about controlling the story, not reporting science. You guys, What is going on? I'm side-eyeing the LAPD. I think we all need answers. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
That got to be right, man. Think about it. The body was decomposed. I'm thinking that if you get somebody to do the autopsy and you been paid and you tell the autopsy, I'm going to split this pay with you. Make sure whatever you find, say she was beyond a reasonable doubt, she was never pregnant. And they spin that narrative that way, unless another police agent or whatever is going to use their own people to do an autopsy and everything and come up with their solutions and stuff. I'm almost sure, man. I'm like tissue on this one. Like the body was decomposed. How long was the body in the trunk? I'm not a scientist. I don't know how long it take, but I do know one thing. This whole case has been real fishy, man. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all think. How long? I should look that up. Research it. Rest in peace to that beautiful little girl, man. That little girl was beautiful. And y'all know it's two Celeste. He was dating two girls named Celeste. One of them was of age, and they look alike a little bit, but you can, if you look at and break down some stuff, you can tell that it's two different people. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.